emotionally connected to cinema in any capacity, I will watch it. I have been a huge fan of some of the films related to this city, like Flowers of Shanghai. This is the film made by Hou Hsiao-hsien. And then like Tony Leung is in the main part, like he's a leading actor in that. I would never imagine actually that I would be here with him. Shanghai is like such a cinematic city itself, because it has this, and like, I don't know, like uninterrupted connection in time somehow with past, which you really see and feel. It's really physical here and palpable, but also like it's kind of in the future. I think it's the future, you know, because maybe Europe is in between this past and future, and Shanghai is already future, where I don't think living in Europe, like I don't think you feel that future yet, you know. I think that cinema, first of all, for me is the emotional connection, and also like it's the form of communication which goes beyond other forms of like communication, like, because I think that verbal communication perhaps is the most limiting one, or like, and cinema somehow like creates the space in which we kind of connect, or we have a possibility to connect as human beings from different parts of the world and different backgrounds.
And personally, I often cry when I watch a good film, and I think that's my highest standard in my own eyes. That's a good movie, what a good movie is.
Well, yeah, I mean, I am very like, I'm very emotional really about cinema. I can cry, and then like lately I watch a lot of cartoons because of my family new like role as a mother. I watched like a lot of cartoons, and believe me, like, you know, I started to rediscover the very kind of like basics of communication through any audiovisual form. It's like this, I'm watching a lot of like really old cartoons, and somehow those are which make me want to make films more than maybe like, you know, more serious cinema.
To inspire you.
Yes, they really inspire me, because I do understand that like even this like age difference doesn't matter. Like you as a human, you always connect to something which is deep inside of you, right? And we all come from our childhoods, and we carry it through our lives. And I think that because of that, the cartoons are not made only for children, that's for sure. Because I enjoy them maybe now more than my child. Absolutely, and also they're beautiful, and there is like incredible skill and knowledge of their craft involved. Because imagine like most of those cartoons and animation is handmade. I mean, this is incredible. Like I have always shot my films on film, like on celluloid, and I know how important it is to physically connect with the means of your medium somehow, you know. And when I look at like a very old or older animation, and I know that like it's literally, you know, every single thing you see is like human made. It's incredible like how much effort is put into like each film. Like I really appreciate craft of filmmaking in general.
What's the one thing that stay with you the most from studying abroad?
Well, many things. Like I'm also like now meeting people here, and I'm very curious usually to meet young people and to ask them like how is their life, you know, how do they study, and what do they study? Because like I always believe that the people who are younger than me, they are future. I mean, they know what's coming, right? I need to know who am I talking to, because I always want to talk to the younger audiences somehow. And it's really important to understand that like the pool of knowledge, like the intellectual treasures of the universe became more accessible somehow, because like now with like open internet, somehow like we can access what was in my younger years, it was like impossible, because I grew up in a very, very small town, and I would only dream to have access to like libraries of MIT, or like, right, it would be just, I didn't even know it existed, honestly, right? But I was like a member of the local library, and I used to read obsessively all of my teenage years. And I think that this has been kind of like my habit all through my life until now, to always be a reader, to read. And that helped me a lot when I went to study abroad also. Because I think when I was homesick, I was rereading things I read at home, and then reading new literature, and was in constant dialogue between past knowledge and what I was experiencing in that moment as present. And I'm still in dialogue with everything I have ever got to know in one way or another, right?
What's your biggest expectation or goal of being here?
Well, first of all, it's always to watch films and to be confronted by cinema and to be challenged in a way, with challenging my own status quo or my own zone of comfort somehow, of I am still, I think, very young as a director, even though today I was kind of questioning if I'm working too slow, I don't know. And maybe that's why I'm too young as a director, because I only made 2 feature films. And I was thinking that it's this I don't want to become too early this person who knows everything about cinema or everything about my own process. I always want to be encountering what I don't know. And I always want to see films which are something I would be in awe and be envious, kind of, be oh my God, I wish I would have made this. Is incredible. I want cinema to confront me also as a person and to tell me that okay, you have not thought about this, or you didn't see this, look here. I think this is important, and that's what cinema does, to us.
Yeah, I think it's a lifelong journey
Yes.
in terms of filmmaking.
Yes, it's this thing, I never understood even what career in cinema means, because it's not you go from one step to another and you're achieved and then you retire, right? It's it's this constant sabotage of your own self, being okay, I don't want to do this film anymore because I know how to do it maybe now. I want to constantly question what is that I don't know.
It stays with you.
Yeah.
I like your insights, and I enjoy the conversation so much. Made me even more to realize my dream of becoming a filmmaker.
Thank you. That's actually for me the biggest joy, to know that I can support in any possible way actually somebody else to also make a film, because it's really what maybe younger director need is usually this encouragement and the possibility to somebody to tell you that it's not sacred, it's not God's make cinema. No, it's we fail every day, everybody fails. And I was actually thinking the other day about Wong Kar-wai, because I really love his films. And I was thinking that if you look at his journey, it was so troubled and painful, and he had so many difficulties, we don't talk about it, because nowadays especially cinema became this kind of a marathon for achievements in a way, which are external achievements, not even just within a film, but recognition, and everything matters so much, all the awards. So even here, being at the festival, first of all, I want to always stress for myself that what matters is that your film is being seen, that we want the films to be seen. And then, awards are awards. It's good, but it's until you have it, you don't think it was necessary somehow. When you have it, you don't want to give it up. You want to take it home. But, until you have it, go for it more and try to fail. It's good to try to fail. Yes, and it's becoming more and more incredible experience. As time goes, every time I watch Wong Kar, sometimes I don't watch for a couple of years his films, and then I go back and binge watch everything again, because it's something impossible. It's something it can't exist without Wong Kar-wai. His cinema can only exist because of him. And I think because this is the world which he created, and I think that's important again, because I don't know him, I never met him, but I can only have dreams of him being an incredible human, because of his films make me connect with humanity in me also, you know.